Good afternoon, class. This is Chris Wyndham. This is a natural resource overview for environmental management. Here's an overview of what we're going to go over. And the project topic that I picked was overcrowding in Zion National Park. Going over the geography of Zion, it's located at the confluence of three Northern American geographic provinces: the Colorado Plateau, the Great Basin, and the Mojave Desert. The Zion Canyon was formed by the Virgin River's frequent flooding, cutting through the sandstone that makes up this area, and it's located in southwestern Utah. A little about the history of Zion Canyon. It was inhabited solely by Southern Paiute Indians until the Mormon settlers moved to the area in the 1850s. The settlers would live in the canyon and then winter in the town of Springdale, and that town's still there today. The settlers were so awed and inspired by the canyon, they gave it the name Zion, which means a place of peace. This name was kept when it officially became a national park in 1919. Some of the major features of the park are the Mount Carmel Highway. That's a 1.1 mile tunnel that was dug through a massive sandstone cliff. There's also the Narrows and Angel's Landing. Zion is the third most visited park in the U.S. And recently, it was closed to private vehicles in the 1990s due to congestion on the narrow Canyon Highway. Talking about one piece of the wildlife in Zion, I wanted to talk a little bit about the condor. The condor almost went extinct in 1982. There are only 22 left, and those are all in captivity. The California condor is North America's largest bird, with a wingspan of nearly 9 feet. Zion was home to the most successful rehabilitation of condor breeding. Today, 109 condors live in Zion Canyon, and there's about 400 that live in the U.S. overall. The soil and vegetation that make up Zion Canyon comes from a wild variety of communities. Zion varies from desert, lush riverbanks, pinyon and juniper, and conifer woodland communities. Zion is also unique in that the soil there dates to a time when Utah was an ancient lake and also covered in volcanic ash. When the Virgin River carved through the sandstone, it dug up a lot of that soil that was laid underneath. And that soil ended up being rich in poisonous mineral selenium, which led to diverse plant life like the princess plume and milkvetch to grow there, which you don't see in a lot of the U.S. The policy controversy that I want to cover is the pilot permit lottery for hiking Angel's Landing that Zion instituted in 2022. You have to pay for a chance to enter this lottery, and you're not guaranteed a specific time slot or even to hike Angel's Landing. Even if you're one of the first people that enter that lottery, it does not give you a leg up. Zion has also recommended that in the future, they would like to limit the number of tickets given to visitors during peak season to use the shuttle to enter the park. And during the peak season, the shuttle is the only way to get to some of the major attractions in the park. Here's a review of the things that we went over. And here's a list of a few references. Thanks for your consideration. Have a great day.